The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. In a deeply forested valley near your town is a village, a hidden and quiet little village called Sleepy Hollow. It is a very special place where strange things happen. While it is a peaceful village where people live happily and love to tell stories, many people also say this normally peaceful village is home to a very spooky ghost. Not just any ghost. This spirit is known as the Headless Horseman. The Headless Horseman was once a soldier, a brave man who fought in a battle not too far from Sleepy Hollow, a long, long time ago. The soldier lost his head during the fight, and now he rides through the dark, misty nights, searching for it. People in the village talk about him in whispers, especially on spooky nights when the wind howls and the trees creak. Children love to hear these stories, but they also get a little scared wondering if they might one day see the ghost for themselves. One day, a tall, skinny, and somewhat funny-looking schoolteacher with big, bright eyes, a long nose, and a peculiar way of walking comes to live in Sleepy Hollow. His name is Ichabod Crane. Ichabod is a teacher and he loves to help the children of the village learn their letters and numbers. He also loves to sing and listen to ghost stories. More than anything though, he loves to eat. He enjoys the delicious meals served by the farmers in the village. After a long day of teaching, he often sits down for dinner, dreaming of tasty pies, fresh bread, and warm buttery corn. Usually, once dinner is finished, the villagers sit around and tell each other stories. Ichabod is very curious and loves listening to the stories, especially those about ghosts. He often visits the homes of local families, where he hears the tales of the Headless Horseman and other mysterious happenings. The more he hears, the more fascinated he becomes, but he also becomes more frightened. He dreams of a night when he might see the ghost himself, but he knows he must be careful. As autumn arrives, the leaves turn bright orange and gold, and the air becomes crisp and cool. Ichabod's heart begins to flutter when he thinks of Katrina Van Tassel, a beautiful girl with golden hair and sparkling eyes. She is the daughter of a wealthy farmer and she is admired by everyone in the village. Ichabod dreams of marrying her, imagining a life filled with yummy food and cozy evenings together. But there's a problem. Brum Bones, the strongest and boldest young man in Sleepy Hollow, also wants to win Katrina's heart. Brum is a big, hearty fellow with a loud laugh and a twinkle in his eye. He also loves to play tricks on people. Whenever Ichabod is around, Brum always finds a way to tease him. The two young men are like rivals in a friendly game, each trying to impress Katrina in their own way. One autumn evening, Ichabod is invited to the Great Pumpkin Festival at the Van Tassel home. The party will be filled with music, dancing, and delicious food. Ichabod can hardly contain his excitement. He dresses in his best clothes and makes sure to comb his hair just right. As he walks to the party, He imagines all the fun he will have and how he will finally talk to Katrina. At the party, Ichabod enters the cozy home filled with laughter and joy. The smell of freshly baked pies, steamed vegetables, and fresh bread wafts through the air, making his stomach rumble. The guests are dancing and singing, and Ichabod can hardly wait to join in the fun. He twirls around the dance floor, showing off his best moves, and soon catches Katrina's eye. They share a smile, and Ichabod's heart skips a beat. Near the end of the party, the guests gather around the fireplace to share spooky stories. The crackling fire casts shadows on the walls. Everyone listens intently as tales of ghosts and cryptids fill the air. When the Headless Horseman's story is told, Ichabod feels a shiver run down his spine. The tale is both thrilling and frightening, making him feel as if the ghost might appear right there in the room. He tries not to look or feel scared. The evening eventually comes to an end, and it's time for Ichabod to head home. As he rides his horse through the silent, dark woods, the trees sway gently in the breeze, and the moonlight creates mysterious shadows on the ground. Ichabod feels a mix of excitement and fear as he thinks about the Headless Horseman. What if he appears tonight, he wonders. As he rides deeper into the woods, there is a strange sound behind him. Clop, clop, clop. The sound of horse hooves. He turns around and gasps in fear. There is a man on a big, black horse following him. But something is very wrong. This man does not have a head. Ichabod's heart races as he realizes it's the Headless Horseman, just like in the stories. He kicks his horse to make it go faster, but the horseman follows close behind. Ichabod remembers from the story that the ghost disappears if one can just cross the old wooden bridge by the church, so he races toward it. If I can just reach the bridge, he thinks, I will be safe. But the Headless Horseman gallops closer and closer, and Ichabod can hear the sound of the ghostly horse's hooves echoing in the night. With every ounce of strength, Ichabod rides harder, trying to reach the bridge. The trees seem to close in around him, and shadows dance in the moonlight. Finally, he reaches the bridge and looks back, praying he is safe, but just as he crosses, the Headless Horseman lifts his arm and throws something into the air. It's his head. Ichabod can hardly believe his eyes as the ghostly head comes flying toward him like a pumpkin. In the morning, the villagers wake up to find Ichabod is missing. His horse is wandering near the school, and a smashed pumpkin lies near the bridge. People start to wonder where Ichabod could be. Some people think he ran away because he was so scared. Others believe that the Headless Horseman took him far away, never to return. Bones, meanwhile, marries Katrina and the couple becomes the talk of the town. Every time someone mentions Ichabod Crane's strange disappearance, Brum just lets out a hearty laugh. It seems he knows more about what happened than he lets on. And the villagers? Well, they can't help but wonder if Ichabod will ever come back. And so, the legend of the Headless Horseman continues to live on in Sleepy Hollow. A place filled with stories, mystery, and a little bit of magic. Every autumn, as the leaves turn and the nights grow chilly, the villagers tell tales of Ichabod and the ghostly rider, keeping the spirit of the story alive for generations to come. I enjoyed reading to you. If you enjoyed this book reading, please remember to hit the like button and leave a positive comment if you want. I randomly respond to positive comments, so make yours stand out.